So it looks like we got a box to open here today. Now, while that may not necessarily be all that exciting normally, what's in this box we've been waiting for ever since we started to see the rumors trickle out about the AMD Radeon 7 graphics card a few months ago. It was discussed at CES, and it's finally here. So as is the recent trend with product release cycles, all we're going to be able to do today is open up this baby, see what's inside, see what AMD sent us. We'll take a look at the graphics card. We'll talk maybe just a little bit about the information that is already publicly available, stuff that was discussed at CES. But as far as benchmarks, performance numbers, testing, all that good stuff goes, you will see that on this channel. However, not today. That will be coming pretty soon. So make sure you get subscribed if you don't want to miss it. So without further ado, let's get out our unboxing knife and take a look at AMD's latest graphics card, the Radeon 7. Hopefully my camera up above is capturing all this. We've got our standard packaging here. And wow, this is an enormous box. This is much bigger than I thought. Whew. Man, AMD never disappoints with the packaging for these review samples, that's for sure. I don't actually know if this is going to be the packaging that it comes in for the retail version. I highly doubt it. But man, this is a high quality box. AMD Radeon 7, so you know it's real. Let's see if we could get this on the main camera, I guess. So that looks pretty cool with the Radeon 7 logo right up here, and the box is pretty beefy, as you guys can tell. All right, enough messing around. Let's get this thing out of here. Ooh. Ooh. Take a look at this. All right. There's batteries in here. So it looks like, as with, all right, how about we do this first? Here's the graphics card. We'll take a look at that in a second. But as with some of their previous flagship launches, AMD has included a little thing for reviewers to display on their shelves. Holy crap, this thing is heavy. Holy crap. Look at that thing. Is there anything else in here? I doubt it. Let's move this off to the side. Holy crap. Sorry, I got my fingerprints on this because it's actually pretty cold. But it looks like actually a display stand for the graphics card. They had one of these that was very similar, if not exactly the same, at CES, and that's what they were showing the Radeon 7 GPU off in. But if you take a look here, let me spin this around, I suppose. This is the Radeon 7 die with the 16 gigs of HBM2. They did this with the original Vega launch, where they provided like a dummy die, or maybe like a failed component, basically something that doesn't work anymore. But it looks cool as hell. And at the bottom, here, this is where the batteries come in, I guess. Let's get these out of here. Hold on. All right. I suppose somebody is here.
A few moments later.
So I guess as soon as you put the... Oh, there is an on-off switch. Good, okay. I was going to say, if it just ran all the time, that would be kind of terrible. So, confirmed, not the retail box and packaging. It would be super cool if they could do something like this. Maybe make like a limited edition. But clearly, it's understandable that they don't, because this is a huge cost. And what happened? Did my RGB shut off? Are we on? All right, we're on. we are on, how does that look? Can you even see that? I'm not even sure. But yeah, this is super cool. This is a really nice way to display the card. If I had, you know, a shelf in the background or, you know, something back there maybe. But we're going to be using this thing. So why don't we set this aside? Let me turn this off. And set it aside, and we'll get this thing out of the packaging and take a look at it. So there it is. So the shroud design itself is a huge improvement over what they had been doing previously with everything going back to like the RX 480 with just blower style cooler designs. I guess with Polaris it wasn't that big of a deal because those cards don't run that hot and the overclocking capabilities are pretty limited. But with Vega, man, the reference design cards are so limited by their cooler. And this new cooler, this new 3-fan design, it not only this thing is metal. This thing is heavy. It's made of entirely of metal. It feels like you could just knock somebody out with this for sure. But the backplate's metal. This is like the Frontier Edition backplate. This kind of pattern on here. It looks great. It's got these awesome like chamfered edges on it. It looks like this is a quality piece of hardware, and you could just tell just by looking at it that they put some serious time and effort into making this cooler a lot better than they had previously. The display outs, I hope that my camera will focus this high. 3 DisplayPort, 1 HDMI, nothing else. And actually, so again, I hope I'm focusing correctly, but you could see that it's actually all just limited to one slot. If you actually put a water block on this, you can make this a 1-slot card because all the display outs are down here. So that's a benefit for sure. And I know that when I put my Vega 64s on water, they definitely performed a lot better, overclocked a lot better. So these cards need cooling. These Vega dies need cooling, and this shroud and cooler design hopefully will be able to do the job. 2 8-pins. I think they said the power requirements on this is, or the TDP is 295 watts. So similar to what Vega 64 was, although obviously we're dealing with a much more powerful CPU and twice the memory. So it remains to be seen how these are going to perform. Obviously, I just took mine out of the box. I haven't run any tests on it yet, but certainly will be doing that. And you guys will see all that information right here on the channel. The AMD said that this is it's a compute card and a gaming card. So it's supposed to be able to do both. And we're going to be testing both. So we'll have more than just gaming benchmarks, which is something that people have been asking me for on other GPUs. But a lot of other GPUs are just strictly marketed as gaming cards. So, you know, we don't necessarily do that testing for that reason. But with Radeon 7, AMD is saying this is a compute and a gaming product. So might as well try both. But yeah, this is definitely a hefty piece of equipment. And AMD really does go all out with their packaging. And let's see if we could display this thing the way it's supposed to be displayed. How does this go? Is it like that? I don't know. Hold on. Oh, there's a slot here. Hold on. There we go. Man, I probably should have just seen that from the beginning. So how does that look? That looks pretty cool. Yeah. So there you go. Radeon 7. Benchmarks, tests, all that good stuff coming soon. But it has been unboxed. And you are seeing it on here for the very first time in the hands of a reviewer. And I'm sure that every other reviewer is also putting up similar videos to this too. So this might not be the first one that you've watched, but damn, this is a really cool presentation. Thank you so much, AMD, for sending this over. And I'm going to get to work benchmarking this card. So if you guys don't want to miss the results, make sure you get subscribed. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'll see you next time.